Hey guys! So I know this might be a little bit creepy for right now, but this is my mannequin and I'm going to be showing you a couple of highlighting techniques on her. So the color I'm going to be using is, it's by Color Brilliance, and it's a powder lightener, which is just bleach basically. And then you're also going to need a developer of some kind, which is by the same brand, the Color Brilliance, and this is the 20 volume. So you can get a 30 volume, but I prefer the 20. So then I'm also going to use my 9N here. And this is just regular liquid color. This is my really old color, so usually I use like a redkin color, but I'm going to be using this for now, just because it's on a mannequin. I don't want to use like great color on her. So there are 2 ounces in here, and I only really need 1. So I'm going to just take my beaker here and measure 1 ounce in here of the color. And go ahead and pour that into my purple bowl. So this is going to be my low lighting color here. Now I'm also going to take the 20 developer and measure out 1 ounce of that. And add that into my purple bowl. So the second thing I'm going to do is mix up my lightener. So I'm going to take 1 scoop of this and put that in a separate bowl. And then also measure out the 20 developer and do about 1 ounce. I mean, I usually just do it by looking, but I'm going to measure it for you just because this is what you would do. Could do like 1 ounce and then pour in maybe a little tiny bit more. See, that's 1 ounce there. So I'm pouring in like that much more. And then mix that up. I'm going to section her right in the middle. And I still want her hair to look cool. I don't want it to just look like random little highlights everywhere. So what I want to do is I'm going to do a couple of highlights over here on the side of her head, and then going around to the back, and then I'm just going to end in the back, and then on the side here I'm going to pick it up and just do a few pieces in here, some ombre colored in there. So I'll show you how to do the ombre effect on her. So I'm going to go ahead, I sectioned her down the middle, and now that I got her all combed out, I'm going to just section this here off. And I'm going right behind the ear. And just sectioning everything behind that and putting that in a clip. So I don't want to go too far down, but I'm going to go about halfway. So I'm going to just section that. So this stuff down here is going to get a little ombre on it. So there's a couple ways you can do this. You could just go like straight across, do a slice, put that into a foil. You could weave it like how they do it in the hair salon, which is usually just like that, and then you pick up a couple pieces out of it. Or you could also go, like they'll usually just go straight across and go all the way down. But I'm going to go kind of diagonal, because I think that comes out with a really cool effect. So I'm going to show you the diagonal as well as the straight across. Just section that first bit there, and then I always clip this up so that it's out of my way. I'm just going to rearrange a few things down here. Now I'm going to do some lowlights and I'm going to do some highlights. So the lowlights would be with that box color, which came in this little bottle, and then the highlights would be with the bleach. So I'm going to take a small section here, and this is just straight across foiling. This is the easy one, or easier. I find it easier. And if you have gloves, I would suggest to put them on right now. I don't like doing my foils in gloves, but this is really strong stuff, so if you get it on your hands, you're going to get a chemical burn. So you could do this one of two ways. You can either weave it like that, which isn't too hard, and then you have all these little pieces. Or you could take a slice, which I'm going to take a small slice for this one because this is going to be my low light here. And then what you do with your foil is you put it on your comb, just like that, and you want a tail comb. Fold it over, pull the hair all the way up, and then pull the hair down, still holding the hair, take your comb out, and then put on your color. And once you have the color on there, you can put your hand under the foil and continue to put your color on. And then you just fold up like that. Put your comb there to fold it over. And there you go. I'll sometimes double lock them. Actually, I'll just show you how to do that. Click. This little piece doesn't want to stay. So double locking is just folding again. And then folding like this. And that just makes it really, really secure on her head. So I'm going to take another section down. And I'm not going to start my highlights just yet. I'm going to do another low light here. So I'll show you again. You take a very little tiny bit of hair. You don't want a lot in here, otherwise the color won't go through all the way. And then you'll have some uneven hair, and it'll look stupid. So I'm not going to double lock this one, and you just do that, and then you can go like that, but I just leave mine like that. So if I was double locking it, I would do it the other way, the first way that I showed you. So you can start with this big old chunk, but you can also just take this little bit here and go off of that, which is what I'm going to do for you. So you just take it like that, and you're literally just weaving the hair, little pieces of it. And depending on how thick you want your foils is how thick you should go with your weaves. I didn't really go too thick. Because I just don't like thick highlights, to be honest. So then I'm going to take my bleach here and do that. And with bleach, you want to start down here and go all the way to the end of the hair and do all of that before you even go close to the root up here. You go and do that after, but don't go too close. Don't go actually on top of the root, because the hair, the scalp naturally will heat up, and it'll cause that to expand, that color to expand, and then it'll just give you bleed marks. So I'm going to double lock this one because they do expand, and I don't want mine to slide. And you can always check underneath them to see if you got some color under there that you shouldn't have. So now I've done all my foiling here, and I'm just going to do a few pieces underneath of the ombre that I was talking about. And how long you should leave the foils all depends on the hair you got. Check them. I'll show you that in a minute. But I would say probably around 30 minutes, depending on the hair color you're starting with. If you're starting with blonde, maybe about 15. If you're starting with this color hair, definitely 30, maybe 45. So for the ombre, I'm going to just do a couple pieces here. I'm not going crazy. And I'm not doing a whole head. I'm just kind of showing you a few. So I'm just going to take a little section here. And that's about where I want it. She's not very picky. And I'm going to take down one section and just clip this up. So taking that little piece here, holding it in my hand, I'm going to gently just tease it a little bit. Just like that, that's all you need. And then you're just going to put these ends into the foil. This is what I wish I knew when I ombre-ed my hair, but I didn't, and I was anxious to do it. So I'm going to hold it all the way down there and take my bleach and put that just on those ends. So just like that, and you can just kind of go up a little bit, just kind of in random spots there, just to make it look natural. And then you just fold it up the same way. And I'm going to double mine. And then fold. Okay, so I'm going to open one of these up to show you what your foils should look like. So mine are kind of like an orangey yellow color, and I'm just going to put that back in there because you don't want that color. Alright, and then I'm going to just check this other side for you as well. You want a nice light blonde. So there's that as well. That one's obviously not ready either. So then for the lowlights down here, I'm not expecting much. Just a little coloring, because in order to get the brown hair to really lift up, you're going to need bleach. So that's not looking too bad. And then the rest of these, I'll just show you this one too. So that's just a darker orange, which they're going to need to stay on for probably like an hour on this mannequin, just because they don't have heat on their head, but for you, probably around 30 minutes. So this is the finished look. She's got highlights all in through here. And then you got your little light in there as well. And then down in here is all the ombre. See that right there? If you separate it, you can actually see the difference. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope it's not too hard for you to do at home. If not, maybe you learned a little bit. I don't know. But I hope you enjoy, and good luck. Bye!